Then comes a time for rest. And we find again we have to sanctify rest and leisure time. This is part of our ordinary life. And as St Josemaria teaches us, to sanctify our life is to sanctify everything, to sanctify every ordinary thing. And rest is an ordinary thing. Everybody who is tired tries to rest. So the business of family, work, and civic responsibilities often get us exhausted. So we try to switch off from one hectic life to some kind of rest and to recuperate. People go on leave, take vacations, and travel to see places just to get away from their usual hectic routine. This is also normal, and this is ordinary. This too has drawn Josemaria's attention. He also calls us to sanctify our rest. And he says, I have always seen rest as a time set aside from daily tasks, never as days of idleness. Rest means recuperation, to gain strength, form ideals, and make plans. In other words, it means a change of occupation so that you can come back later with a new impetus to your daily job. He drew examples from the gospel. When our Lord sent out his disciples to preach, upon their return, he gathered them together and invited them to a desert place by themselves to rest. But this time was not spent sleeping or lying about in idleness. Our Lord must have spent time teaching the disciples many things that they were yet to learn. Also, when Jesus Christ himself got tired, as he was truly man, he went to rest at Jacob's well, while his disciples went to find food in town. There he met the Samaritan woman. The Gospel of St John tells us in great detail how he spent the time of rest teaching and converting the Samaritan woman. This is to teach us that even in our time of rest, we must continue that quiet dialogue with God. We must continue to live presence of God and look out for opportunities to save souls. We must see souls in human beings. Rest, he says, does not mean doing nothing. It means a change of activity from one that is strenuous to one that is less strenuous, or is at least of a different nature. There too, at that leisure activity, we also must discover something divine, because even in that, God is waiting to meet us. So how is one to sanctify one's rest? As we have mentioned earlier, those who work outside the home come back at the end of the day tired. Love of God urges them not to switch off and fall on their bed in one heap. They must think of others. The children need them. Several things in the home need attention. So we plan the evening rest with the children. For example, parents can plan to relax with a television program with their children. This gives them the opportunity to talk to their children about what to watch on television and what not to watch and why. This is a change of activity and has been utilized for the proper upbringing of children. Going to bed upon return from work would have given the parents some temporary comfort, but could have resulted in some harm to the unsupervised children. Saturdays are good examples of day of rest. Parents probably won't go to work. They have the opportunity to sleep a little longer and take things easy. This gives a wonderful opportunity to take the children out and enjoy some hours with them, using whatever crops up naturally as occasion to form them in virtues and show alternative leisure time activities other than television. Then there are the bigger holidays and vacations, and I remember all that St Josemaria has taught. And these are really no different from long-lasting Catholic Church teachings. It is just that they are re-emphasized and practical examples are given. Examples include planning to go on vacations with the entire family and to choose places of interest that will suit all members of the family and that would not lead to offending God. Notorious hotels or holiday resorts are avoided. The opportunity is created for some activities that will teach some virtues to the children. Books, very important. Books are selected for them beforehand and they are encouraged to read them. They may learn some vocational skills or develop hobbies according to their age. They do things with their parents who now have all the time in the world to live family life to the full. Prayers are said as usual because we don't take a holiday from God. We make sure that in all we do, at leisure and holidays, we still establish a Christian atmosphere where we are. We do the things Christ would have done and avoid the things he would avoid. We think of our souls and the souls of everybody around us and the urgency with which God wants everybody saved and how he relies on us to be his modern day apostles. And often we find that working with parents in Nigeria, really people never find rest. Most people are working, both parents are working, and therefore rest seems elusive. Even when they obtain their well-earned annual leave, the tendency is to go to the village for community development efforts or to work on their farms or to supervise their building projects and so on. The children are then left to their whims and caprices. Most of them watch videotape, films, most of the time, visit their friends or sleep. Then I see the need to run holiday camps for children. I arrange for those with the right kind of professional, doctrinal, and religious formation to assist with the program. Supervision is provided, and the children are kept busy, educated, and entertained at the same time. Once in a while, parents are invited to some of the ceremonies, and the opportunity is used to discuss what parents and children should discuss together, the need to have a meaningful holiday activities for and with their children. Samples of censored books, films, and other entertainment packages are introduced to parents so that they know, and they are grateful. They find that many parents really are ignorant of many things because they've not had the time to learn, to be informed. You have to do these things for them. Then I encourage them to run a lending library for books and videotapes. I link them up with organizations that provide information and materials that are safe for Christian families. So we all enjoy ourselves during the holidays, and we still help families to enjoy themselves while doing something beneficial to every member and doing things that do not offend God. So whether for short periods of rest or for long vacations, we still try to continue our dialogue with God as a loving Father, and we try not to offend him. Holiday, ordinary holiday, therefore becomes prayer.